Hello YouTube chess lovers and my friends, this is Gunjan here. Welcome to my 38th episode of Chess Trap series. In this episode, I'm going to show you a wonderful high-profile trap as well as counter trap in the Tiviakov Grand Prix attack from both the colors. The opening arises after the following move order: e4, c5, knight to c3, knight to c6, and now this modern move, bishop to b5. So idea is very simple. What white wants to do is he wants to chop off this knight, give black a double pawn, and then continue with his Grand Prix attack on the king side, which as per the database turn out very well. So obviously black shouldn't allow this, and accordingly knight to d4 is a fitting reply, counter-attacking the bishop. And certainly white doesn't want to give up the bishop pair, so bishop to c4 is the obvious choice. Now here it doesn't matter whether black continue with knight to f6 or e6. Let's say e6 is the most popular choice. White plan of campaign is very simple. What he wants to do is first play knight g to e2, and as you can see, I have highlighted by the arrows. The simple but effective plan of campaign is castle, then throw your f-pawn, which gives white a good kingside attack. Okay, black can choose either of the moves such as knight to f6 or knight to e7. It doesn't matter, as after, let's say, the most popular choice, knight to f6, which has a clear intention to play the move d5, and surprisingly enough, white is going to ignore it and castle on the king side. Well, we reach to the most critical position of this line, and here one move leads to the trap and the other move leads to the counter trap. So let's see each by turn. The first obvious move I want to consider is d5, which is so natural, as after e captures d5 and the move e captures d5, not only black get the space at the center of the board, but white pieces get pushed back, and what can be the more natural than this? And yes, everything looks so good for the black, except one problem, that black has straight away fallen into the white trappy territory. In fact, there are 5 GM and few international masters fallen into this trap, so you can see the potential of this line. Here white has this stunning reply. Did you spot it? Yup, it's knight captures d5. Boom! What a move! So at first sight this looks completely impossible, right? Because can't black just simply take this piece? And asking white, hey, what are you doing? Well, see yourself, as the critical sequence continue with knight captures d4, pawn captures d4, and now the sting in the tail, queen to h5. And not only this queen is attacking the knight, but the knight can't move, as queen captures f7 leads to the checkmate. Well, black has the only response, namely bishop to e6, defending every single threat. But now comes rook to e1, and no matter however black wriggles, he get a lost position. The threat is very simple. White wants to play rook captures e6 as the f7 pawn is pinned, and the other threat is white can also play the move queen captures d5 as this bishop is now pinned down. Even after the best response by black, namely bishop to e7, we get this forcing sequence which gives white a completely upper hand. First, rook captures e6, getting our piece back, and the critical response continue with g6, counter-attacking two major guys. White has the equally good response, namely queen to e5, looking the juicy rook in the corner. So black response is forced. Black has to first save the rook with rook to g8. But after rook captures e7, knight captures e7, yes, indeed, for a time being it looks like black is an exchange up. But after just one move, d3, and by force, white is getting that knight in a style. King can't move as bishop to h6 check, force king to come back, and the accurate response g5 completely fails due to the very obvious move, bishop captures g5, and now it is black who has to give the exchange back if he wants to save the knight. So rook captures g5, queen captures g5, and at the end of the whole transaction, you can easily see not only white emerge with a 2 extra pawn, but black king is completely caught at the center, and as per the engine, this is a decisive advantage to the white camp. So this is one of the wonderful trap exist if your opponent play the move early d5. Okay, so now let's see what is the counter trap, and the counter trap start with this very cute move a6. So idea is very simple. Black wants to grab space on the queen side, and here it doesn't matter whether white continue with a4 or d3. Let's say a4 is better choices, but then black can play this trappy move d5. So you might laugh at this and saying, well, what's the difference? I can go for the same trap, right? So e captures d5, e captures d5, knight captures d5, and this is all we have seen earlier, right? After queen to h5, bishop to e6 and rook to e1, it doesn't look like scenario has been changed except this a6 and a4 has been inserted. So what huge difference that can make? But the smarter people can find the difference, and the huge difference is now black can play this superb move knight to f4, attacking the queen. Obviously, I guess now you can see the difference, that if this a6 move has not been played, then white has this lethal bishop b5 check, which help white to gain the piece back after king to e7 and queen to g5 check. But as of now, it's not possible. That means white has to do something in order to avoid losing a piece. The best response goes as follows. Rook captures e6 check. So white sacrifices an exchange in order to get at least a piece back. And here black can play the move knight captures e6, but I found this better continuation, namely bishop to e7. Keep attacking these two big guys. So again, that leads to the forced response. Rook captures e7, queen captures e7, and at the end of the sequence, you can easily see not only black is an exchange up against bishop and pawn, but right now there's a threat on queen, and queen to e1 can also create some huge problems for the white camp. All in all, with accurate play, this is a winning position for the black camp. That's it guys. I hope you enjoy and like this wonderful trap and counter trap in the Tiviakov Grand Prix attack. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to like, subscribe and comment, and I will meet you in my next episode very soon. Bye and take care.